Okay, here everyone just observe here Newton's second law. External force is directly proportionality to rate of change of momentum. Here, position of an object at rest on horizontal surface. The position of an object at rest on horizontal surface. We require to change the position. We require to change the position. One external force. Yes or no? For us, one external force is required for us. So that external force changes position. Okay, external force. We have to represent F then. Here, position changes from point A to point B. From point A to point B. Okay, so just identify this point. What is the initial velocity of the body? U equal to 0 meter per second. After that, the body is getting a velocity. But here we have to observe in the second case, if body is moving with initial velocity u equal to 20 meter per second. Okay, what is the initial state of the body? What is the initial state of the body? Initial state of the body is motion. Already it is moving with certain velocity, that velocity equal to 20 meter per second. Now we want to change that velocity. We want to change that velocity, we have to use one external force. Okay, one external force is required to change the velocity. Okay, now here external force changes the velocity. So here initial velocity u and final velocity v equal to something, it is greater than 20 meters per second. Greater than 20 meters per second. For example, we have to consider 30 meters per second. Okay, after 1 second, that body is getting final velocity 30 meters per second. But that external force cannot change the shape and the size of the body here. Okay, you have to identify one by one. That external force cannot change that mass of the body. Cannot change the mass of the body, cannot change the shape, cannot change the size in this condition. Okay, here external force cannot change the mass. Here mass is constant. Here mass we have to consider 10 kg. How much? 10 kg. Here how much? 10 kg. Here also we have to identify 10 kg. And here also we have to identify 10 kg. Okay, here final velocity of the body at point B, V. We have to consider that value maybe 30 meter per second. Okay, now just identify these two conditions. External force is required to change position under motion. Yes or no? Due to that reason, we have to consider that external force is directly proportionality to rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum. Initial momentum P1, final momentum P2. P1 equal to M1 U1. Final momentum M2 U2. Understood? Okay, so write that F equal to, we have to remove this directly proportionality symbol. We can add proportionality constant K. Okay, next P2 minus P1 divided by P. Here proportionality constant value equal to 1. Okay, here air friction value equal to 1. Okay, so F is equal to P2 minus P1. What is that P2 value? M2 minus U2. But here M2 and M1 both are same only. We have to represent M1 equal to M2 equal to M. Right? M2 V2 minus, sorry, M into V2 minus M into U2 divided by T. Now we have to common that mass. M of V2 minus V1 divided by T. Already I explained this point for you. The rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Just identify this point. F is equal to m into acceleration. F equal to m into acceleration. Already I explained this formula for you. Already derived this formula in previous class. So here Newton's second law derived that formula. F is equal to mass into acceleration. The product of mass and acceleration is called as a force only. Okay, student. Next one, this external force, we have to represent F. That F is not equal to 0. That F value not equal to 0. Don't forget this point. F not equal to 0. Okay, here F not equal to 0. Then we represented F equal to P2 minus P1 divided by T. Okay, already explain this point for you. F is equal to P2 minus P1 divided by T. Now just we have to apply that cross multiplication. Force into time, that is equal to P2 minus P1. Here force into time, the product of force and time is also called as impulse. It is denoted by the letter J. Okay, that impulse equal to change in momentum. That impulse equal to change in momentum. Okay, understood. So this point also we have to explain with the help of Newton's second law. In last class we discussed this point. Change in momentum, nothing but impulse. What is the definition of impulse? What is the definition of impulse? The large amount of effective force is getting in short interval of time. It's called as a impulse. So examples, first one cricket player is hitting the ball in a short interval of time, then body is getting the large amount of effective force. Okay, then automatically that body can reach to boundary. Okay, one karate player, one karate master is kicking the another person. One karate master, okay, he kicks the another person, then that person can experience a large amount of effective force. So here condition we have to identify external force inversely proportionality to time. F inversely proportionality to time. We have to reduce that time interval, then we are getting large amount of effective force. But applied force how much? You are using external force, same. You are using external force is same, but time interval we have to reduce. Then you can get that large amount of effective force. That large amount of effective force is nothing but impulse. 3 examples already I explained for you. Okay, here just identify. It is one glass plate. Now we have to release one iron sphere. Then it touches the surface of glass plate. Then immediately that glass plate break. Okay, here that glass plate breaks. What is the reason? Here that glass plate can experience large amount of effective force. That glass plate can experience large amount of effective force, then immediately it breaks. Yes or no? In another condition, just identify, we have to move this body. We have to move this body in vertically downward direction, slowly. You have to reach your finger near to the glass plate. Then you can keep that iron sphere on glass plate. Then we does not get, then we don't get any effect on glass plate. We don't get any effect on glass plate. What is the reason? In both the condition, you are applying force. How much? F is equal to mg. F equal to mg. Your gravitational force constant. Okay, but in first condition, time interval is very small. In second condition, time interval is very large. Due to that reason, that glass plate is getting less amount of effective force on the surface. Then it does not break. Okay, then it does not break only. Understood this point? Then it does not break. What is the reason? Here time interval is more. Okay, understood this point? Next one. Karate player also. A karate player is kicking slowly. Karate player is kicking slowly. Then he takes more time. Then opposite person is getting less amount of effective force. Impulse reduce. What is the reason? Here time interval is more. Okay, but he is kicking very fastly. Okay, here time interval is reduced. The time interval reduced on. Here time interval reduced, then large amount of effective force experienced by another person. Yes or no? Okay. What is the reason? Here relation F inversely proportionality to T. If T value decrease, external force increase. If T value increase, external force decrease. Okay, Dravid also is a good player in cricket. Okay, he is playing very slowly. He is using that hand very slowly for defense. Yes or no? Okay, so here using that movement very slowly, because of that reason, he is applying less amount of effective force on the ball. Okay, he's applying less amount of effective force. Due to that reason, that ball in the surrounding region only. Okay, the ball is surrounding in the surrounding region of ground. Okay, we want to reduce the time interval, then that ball can experience large amount of effective force. Okay, identify these 3 points. These 3 points already explained in the last class. Okay, just we have to recall these points. Next, we can discussing about that depending factors. Depending factors. Okay, force depending on time. Next one. Okay, this all points already explained for you. Now we have to discuss one small point. It's very, very important point. Okay, force. A force equal to constant. A force equal to constant. Okay, a force equal to constant. Then what is the relation between? Then what is the relation between mass and acceleration? What is the relation between mass and acceleration? Very, very important point. So here identify this point. F equal to mass into acceleration. Okay, acceleration equal to F by m. Acceleration equal to F by m. Okay, it is a formula. Okay, but I asked what is the relation between mass and acceleration? Okay, you have to tell me. So here relation we have to represent acceleration inversely proportionality to mass. Inversely proportionality to mass. But here force equal to constant, since F equal to constant. Very, very important point here. Force is constant, but acceleration is inversely proportionality to mass. Okay, this condition only we have to consider along horizontal direction. Which direction? Along horizontal direction, we don't consider this condition in vertical direction. Okay, don't forget this point. So we have to consider this direction. Which direction? Horizontal direction. Okay, this point we have to discuss with one example problem. Here, one body is at rest on horizontal surface. Its mass 30 kg. Okay, how much? 30 kg. One external force acts on the body. This value F equal to 30 Newton. F equal to 30 Newton. Okay, find out that acceleration of the body. A1. Find out that acceleration of the body. A1 question mark. Acceleration equal to question mark. And next one, we have to consider in second condition. Here, mass of the body 60 kg. Mass of the body 60 kg. But external force F equal to 30 Newton. F equal to 30 Newton. Then acceleration A2. Then acceleration A2. Here, acceleration A2 less than A1 or A2 greater than A1. A2 less than A1 or A2 greater than A1 we have to find out. So in these two conditions, we have to consider force constant. Yes or no? So here, using that external force, you are using that external force is constant. Okay, but mass different. Mass different and acceleration is different. We have to give the relation F inversely proportionality to mass when force equal to constant. Yes or no? When force equal to constant, acceleration inversely proportionality to mass. If mass increasing, acceleration decrease. Okay, if mass decrease, acceleration is increase. Now tell me in these two body, which one get more acceleration? Which one get more acceleration? You have to tell me. A1 or A2. Okay, a small mass of the body is getting the larger acceleration. You have to tell me. So first one 30 kg, second one 60 kg. But 30 kg mass of the body is getting the larger acceleration. Then A1 greater than A2. A1 greater than A2. It is a direct answer. Okay, mathematically you have to find out that magnitude of each acceleration. Then we have to identify that relation. Okay, so here what is the formula for force? F is equal to mass into acceleration. Acceleration equal to F by M. Yes or no? Right. A equal to A1 equal to F divided by M. F represents 30. Okay, 30 divided by M represents 30. 31 jars, 31 jars. Equal to how much? 1 meter per second square. Okay, here 30 kg body is getting 1 meter per second square acceleration. In the second condition, we have to identify A2 equal to F by M2. F by M2. External force fixed for two conditions. Okay, what is that external force? What is that external force? 30 Newton. 30 divided by M2 value how much? M2 in second case 60 kg. That is equal to how much? 1 by 2. 31 jars, 32 jars. Acceleration A2 equal to 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5 meter per second square. Now we have to identify A1 greater than A2. Okay, mathematically we have to find out that individual acceleration. In the first condition we got 1 meter per second square, in the second condition we got 0.5 meter per second square. Then a1 greater than 2, a2. Yes or no? a1 greater than 2, a2. Okay, this relation is applicable or no? In which direction we have to calculate that acceleration? Along horizontal direction. Okay, along horizontal direction, we calculated that acceleration. But, okay, note down this problem few seconds. Next, I can explain one more example problem for you. Okay, now just identify this point. If one body released from certain height, mass of the body m equal to 50 kg. Mass of the body m equal to m1 we have to consider m1 equal to 50 kg. Okay, m1 equal to 50 kg. Mass of another body we have to consider mass of another body m2 equal to 100 kg. m1 equal to 50 kg, m2 equal to 100 kg. But what is the acceleration of each one? What is the formula for force? Here, body can experience gravitational force. Yes or no? This force is also called as weight of the body. Fg equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. We have to represent acceleration A1. Okay, acceleration A1. Okay, in the second condition, Fg equal to here mass into acceleration A2. Here M1 A1, Fg equal to M2 A2. Okay, here identify this relation A1 equal to Fg divided by M1. Fg divided by M1. But here we can identify A2 equal to Fg divided by M2. Okay. So we have to follow this formula method. Then you are getting answer is wrong. I given that relation for you, acceleration inversely proportionality to mass when force constant. When force is a constant. When force is constant, here identify, here F is equal to constant. So which force is constant? Gravitational force is constant in these two conditions. Okay, gravitational force is constant, acceleration inversely proportionality to mass. For smaller mass is getting larger acceleration. For larger mass is getting smaller acceleration. That is the condition in previous problem I explained. But here acceleration is same. A1 is equal to A2. A1 equal to A2. Here A1 greater than A2, wrong. A1 greater than A2, wrong. Smaller body is getting larger acceleration. Here 50 kg mass of the body is getting larger acceleration, that is greater than A2 acceleration of 100 kg body. Yes or no? So that statement wrong. That statement wrong. Here acceleration is constant in vertically downward direction. Okay, here A1 equal to A2. A1 equal to A2, that is equal to acceleration due to gravity. That is equal to acceleration due to gravity. That acceleration due to gravity value fixed only. So that acceleration due to gravity equal to how much? 9.8 meter per second square. 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, students, identify this point. In vertical direction, acceleration due to gravity independent on mass of the body. Okay, here acceleration due to gravity is independent on mass of the body. M1 50 kg, M2 100 kg, both are getting constant acceleration. That acceleration value equal to how much? 9.8 meter per second square. This point explained by Galileo. Galileo explained this point. Okay, understood? Here, acceleration due to gravity only depending on mass of Earth. Acceleration due to gravity depending on mass of Earth. Okay, it cannot depending on mass of object. Okay, it cannot depending on mass of object. What is the reason means? Here consider that mass of the object is very, 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 very smaller than to mass of our Earth. Okay, due to that reason, effect is very small only, zero, negligible gravitational force acting on our mass of Earth. Okay, na? Understood? Due to that reason, its acceleration is constant. So acceleration is constant. Okay, I can give one small formula for you. Just note down that formula, but it is not necessary for you. In next class and next topic is the gravity. In that topic, we have to discuss that point. Okay, so here acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, G equal to capital G, capital M divided by R square. Capital G, capital M divided by R square. Capital G represents gravitational constant. Capital M represents mass of Earth. Okay, just note down this point. Capital G equal to gravitational constant. Okay, this value fixed. So total entire our universe. Okay, so G value is a gravitational constant. Entire our universe, this value fixed only how much? 6.65 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, this value fixed on. And mass of our Earth. Okay, mass of our Earth. Okay, mass of our Earth, capital M, equal to 6 into 10 to the power of, we have to write 6.4 into 10 to the power of 6. Sorry, 10 to the power of 20 kg. 10 to the power of 20 kg. Okay, 6.4 into 10 to the power of 20 kg. And next, radius of our Earth. Radius of our Earth. Here, 6.4 into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 6 meters. Okay, 10 to the power of 6 meters. 6.4 into 10 to the power of 6 meters. This all value we have to substitute in this formula. Then we have to get G equal to 9.8 meter per second square. G value equal to 9.8 meter per second square. What is the reason we discussed this condition? Here, acceleration due to gravity depending on mass of it. Acceleration due to gravity depending on radius of it. But acceleration due to gravity cannot depending on mass of object. Not depending on a mass of object, we have to identify this point. Okay, in vertically downward direction, acceleration is independent on a mass of the object. Okay, but along horizontal direction, acceleration depending on mass. For smaller mass is getting larger acceleration. For larger mass is getting smaller acceleration. In which direction? Along horizontal direction. But in vertical direction, smaller body is getting same acceleration, g equal 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, larger mass is also getting same acceleration, 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, a few seconds we have to concentrate on the board. Okay, homework for you. Homework 1. Example problem. First one. Okay, just observe the diagram. Here, mass of the body 2 kg. External force acts on the body. Here, external force F1 equal to 30 Newton. External force F1 equal to 30 Newton. Then acceleration will getting this body how much? A1 equal to question mark. Okay, next one. In second condition, mass of the body 10 kg. Mass of the body 10 kg. But external force F2 equal to same amount of force 30 Newton. How much? 30 Newton. Then it will getting acceleration. It will getting acceleration. How much? A2 question mark. Find that relation of acceleration A1 greater than A2 for third point. A1 greater than A2 or A2 greater than A1. A2 greater than A1. Okay, so we have to find that 3 conditions. First, we can calculate that acceleration A1. In second condition, we have to calculate that acceleration A2. In third condition, we have to say which one is a larger one. A1 is a larger. A1 is greater than A2 or A2 is greater than A1. We have to find out. Okay, next in the second condition. Second example problem. Example problem 2. Okay, 2 bodies released from certain height. Released from certain height from the ground represents the ground surface. Okay, mass of the body 10 kg, mass of second body 500 kg. Mass of second body 500 kg. Okay, in this condition, we have to consider height is constant. Okay, height is constant. Okay, which one is constant? Height is constant. Okay, capital H equal to constant. Next one. external force. External force nothing but gravitational force is constant. Gravitational force is constant. Both the condition Fg equal to constant. Height is constant, gravitational force is constant. Then both the bodies are getting acceleration. You have to calculate. Okay, A1 calculate, A2 calculate. A1 and A2 you have to calculate. Okay, note down these two example problems. Next, I can give one more example problem for you. And third point also you have to calculate A1 greater than to A2, second one, A2 greater than to A1, or third, A1 equal to A2. That is equal to G, 9.8 meter per second square. Which relation is correct relation? You have to find out. Okay, first one, second one, third one. In these three options, we have to find that correct answer. Okay, students. Okay, next example 3. Example 3. Here, mass of body 30 kg. In second condition, mass of the body 30 kg. There's two conditions. We are using that mass same. Mass is same. Okay, here identify that point. F1 equal to 20 Newton. F2 equal to 40 Newton. F2 equal to 40 Newton. Then find that acceleration of first one and the second one. A1 question mark, A2 question mark. A1 equal to question mark, second one no, A2 equal to question mark. Just identify this condition. Here mass is constant but force is not equal to same. Yes or no? In previous example problem, I explained one small point for you. If force is constant, then acceleration is inversely proportionality to mass. Okay, which one is constant? If external force is constant, then acceleration is inversely proportionality to mass. But here we have to consider mass constant. Mass constant. Just identify that formula. F equal to F equal to mass into acceleration. Formula you have to identify F equal to mass into acceleration. So here mass constant, then we have to give the relation between force and acceleration. We have to give the relation between force and acceleration. External force is directly proportionality to acceleration when mass equal to constant. Okay, just identify this relation. Okay, now you have to say the answer directly. Here, larger force of the body is getting larger acceleration. Smaller force of smaller force acts on the body. Then this body is getting smaller acceleration. Yes or no? So you have to tell that relation force directly proportionality to acceleration when mass equal to constant. So because of that reason, here small mass of the body is getting 20 Newton force, then it is getting a smaller acceleration. The second condition, 30 kg mass of the body is getting 40 Newton force. It's getting a 40 Newton force, then is getting larger acceleration. Okay, what is that magnitude of acceleration of each one? Find out that acceleration. A1 equal to formula. F is equal to mass into acceleration, but A1 equal to F1 by M1. Okay, F1 by M1. Yeah, acceleration A2 equal to F2 divided by M2. F2 divided by M2. So find out that A1, F1 value how much? 20 divided by 30. 0, 0 get cancelled. Here we have to write 2 by 3. 2 by 3 value how much? 0.66 bar. Okay, na? 0.66 bar. Next, F2 value how much? 40 Newton. F2 value 40 Newton divided by M2 value how much? 30. 0, 0 get cancelled. Okay, now 4 by 3 value how much? 1.33 bar. Okay, meter per second square. And which condition we are getting larger acceleration? First condition and second condition. In second condition, we got larger acceleration. What is the reason? We are using larger amount of force for same mass of the body. Okay, larger amount of force in which condition? Second condition. In this two condition, mass is constant. In first condition, 20 Newton. Second condition, 40 Newtons. So because of that reason, in second condition, body is getting a larger acceleration. That acceleration value 1.33 meter per second square. Okay, 1.33 meter per second square. One student is raising his hand up. Do you have any doubt? So do you have any doubt? You can send that doubt through WhatsApp. So I can explain that point for you. Okay, next. Note down these points. అయిపోయిందా 15 minutes ఉందా Okay, students, now we have to discussing next point, balanced force, unbalanced force. What is that? 2 points. One is balanced force, another one unbalanced force. Okay, just identify this point. First one, balanced force. The second one, unbalanced forces. Okay, balanced forces, unbalanced forces. Okay, I can ask one small question for you. How many minimum force required to keep the body at rest on horizontal surface? How many minimum force required to keep the body at rest on horizontal surface? How many minimum force required for us? Minimum 2 forces. Minimum 2 forces are required to keep the body on a horizontal surface. Just identify this point. Here, one body is at rest on horizontal surface. Your body is at rest on horizontal surface. Here, how many forces is acting on this body? How many forces? How many forces are acting on this body? How many forces are acting on this body? 2 forces. How many? 2 forces. One force, normal. One force, normal. Another one, gravity. W equal to mg. W equal to mg. How many forces required to keep the body at rest means minimum 2 forces. Minimum 2 forces are required to keep the body at rest on horizontal surface. One force, normal force. Another one, weight of the body. Another one, weight of the body. Okay, next another condition we have to discuss. We have to keep one small sphere between two inclined plane surface. Okay, so now here body is at rest. Here body is at rest. Here how many forces are acting on the body? Then that forces can keep the body at rest. Okay, how many forces are acting on this body? Tell me. So just identify. How many forces are acting on this body? Okay, that forces can keep the body at rest. How many forces? One. How many contacts are there? 2 contacts. Okay, contact force N1, another contact force N2. Okay, weight of the body is acting vertically downward direction. W equal to mg. Okay, its direction always vertically downward direction. Total how many forces are acting on this body means 3 forces are acting on the body. Then the 3 forces keep the body at rest on the 2 inclined plane surfaces. Sir, you have to identify this point. 3 forces are acting on this body. So one is N1, another one is N2. Okay, weight of the body is acting downward. W equal to mc. Okay, next a state board example we have to discuss. Here, one student pull the object with 20 newtons. Okay, how much he applied that force? 20 newtons. Okay, another student he pulled the object with 20 newtons. Okay, both are applying same force. Both are applying same force. Here using that rope middle, we have to consider rope is at rest. Which one is the rest? Rope is at rest. Both are applying force is same. Here 20 Newton force is acting along positive direction. So here 20 Newton's force is acting along negative x-axis direction. One is positive x-axis direction, another one no negative x-axis direction. Then rope is at rest. Okay, rope is at rest. It cannot accelerate. It cannot accelerate any one direction. Okay, we have to identify. So we have to keep the body at rest on horizontal surface. We required minimum force 2 forces. Okay, minimum 2 forces, maximum n number of forces. Maximum n number of forces. Okay, it is very important point. These 2 forces are called as balanced forces. These 2 forces are called as balanced forces. Okay, these 2 forces are acting in opposite direction. Okay, these 2 forces are acting in opposite direction. Okay, its magnitude is same. Then that body is getting at rest. Okay, here using that force normal, another one weight W equal to mg. Here normal equal to weight of the object. Normal equal to weight of the object. N equal to mg. But direction we can identify. Normal direction in upward direction. Weight of the body direction downward direction. Okay, weight of the body direction, downward direction, and normal force direction, vertically upward direction, both are acting in a opposite direction. These 2 forces can keep the body at rest on a horizontal surface. Okay, now are you understood? So the 2 equal amount of forces acts on the body in opposite direction. These 2 forces are called as balanced forces. Okay, now have you identified this point? This is a very important point. Next. Next one, we have to discussing about that unbalanced force. Unbalanced force. One person is applying force. It is a rope only. Okay, just identify. Is applying force 20 Newton force. In which direction? Along negative x-axis direction. Negative x-axis direction. Okay, another person is pulling the object with 50 Newtons force. 50 Newtons force along positive x-axis direction. Positive x-axis direction. Okay, we have to observe in this example, applied force is not same. Son, here applied force is not same. Direction in opposite direction. Then we have to say body is at rest, means rope is at rest. Rope does not rest. Rope it does not rest. Rope it does not rest, but it accelerate in larger force direction. It accelerate in a larger force direction. Who applied that larger force? Second person. Second person applied that force 50 Newton. Second person applied that force 50 Newton. That 50 Newton more than to 20 Newton force. This 50 Newton force more than to 20 Newton force. Due to that reason, that rope is moving along horizontal x-axis direction. Okay, understood? Okay, one more example I can give for you. Here one body is there. Here one body is there. Here one person is pushing the body along horizontal x-axis direction. He applied that force. 100 Newton force. Okay, he applies the force how much? 100 Newton. Next, here another person, he is applying that pushing force. Okay, so 200 Newton. Direction, opposite direction. Okay, we are using that force is pushing force. In before example, we used that force pulling force. Here just identify the two persons are pushing the body in which direction? Opposite direction. In which direction? Opposite direction. Then we can identify one person applies the force 100 Newton, another person applies the force 200 Newton. Okay, then body accelerate along apply larger force direction. Which direction? Along larger force direction. He applies 200 Newton force. 200 Newton's force. So then we have to identify that acceleration of the body in which direction. We have to consider along the larger force direction. Your body is not at rest. Your body is not at rest. What is the reason? Means that body is experienced unbalanced force. That body experienced unbalanced force. These two forces are not equal. So one force 100 newtons, another force 200 newtons. Okay, identify this point. So this point is very important for us. Okay, here unbalanced force is acting on the unbalanced force or acting on the body, then body is accelerated. Okay, here in the before condition, here we have to identify in the balanced forces examples. Their body can experience balanced forces. Because of that reason, the body is at rest on a horizontal surface. Okay, then we can identify one condition. Balanced force can produce acceleration equal to 0. Balanced force can produce acceleration how much? 0. But unbalanced force can produce acceleration not equal to 0. Okay, here balanced force produced acceleration how much? 0. Unbalanced force produced acceleration not equal to 0. We have to identify this point. Okay, you have any doubt? Next. Next one, net force. Net force. Net force. In our universe, we cannot discuss mono force. Every condition we have to discuss pair of force. Every condition we have to discuss pair of force. Our convenience we have to use the formula for force F equal to mass into acceleration. This point is very important point. Mono force cannot act on the body. Pair of forces only we have to consider. Pair of forces we have to consider. So next example, if a body released from The body, just observe here, if the body released from certain height. Here, gravitational force is acting vertically downward. What is the meaning of gravitation? What is the meaning of gravitation? Gravitation is one non-contact force. It is acting between any two mass of the body. It is acting between any two mass of the body. This point already we discussed in 8th class. Okay, first definition of force. So what are the how many types of forces are there? First one, contact force. Second one is non-contact force. Example for the non-contact force. So what are the non-contact force examples? Gravitational force, electrostatic force. Second one, magnetic force. Okay, so we have to identify that point. One time we have to recall that all points. Okay, here just identify the point. Gravity is applied by our Earth. Yes or no? Gravity is nothing but so force applied by our mass of Earth. Gravitation, we have to discuss. Gravitation means attraction and force is acting between two mass of body. Okay, so every mass of the body can apply that force on another body. That means every mass of the body can apply that force on another body. Okay, here it is a small mass of the body. This mass of the body can apply that force on mass of Earth. Mass of Earth. Gravitational force is a pulling force. Gravitational force is a pulling force. In which direction the small mass of the object pulls? Upward direction. In which direction? In upward direction. This body can pull the mass of Earth in a upward direction. But this force is smallest force. This force is very smallest force compared to gravity. Okay, gravity provided by our Earth surface. Okay, the gravitation provided by small mass of the object in opposite direction. Okay, so here Fg very much greater than, okay, force applied by small mass of object. Because of that reason, body accelerated in vertically downward direction. This value G 9.8 meter per second square. The value how much? 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, student. We have any doubt? Here, how many forces are acting on this body? Two forces. These two forces are balanced or unbalanced? These two forces are unbalanced forces. These two forces are unbalanced forces. Due to that reason, the body is accelerating in vertically downward direction. Okay, so a few seconds we have to observe here. Here, consider that monoforce or pair of force. We have to consider that pair of forces. Okay, so two forces we have to consider in opposite direction. Okay, now we can calculate that net force acts on the body. Net force acts on the body. Net nothing but sum of total external force acts on the body. Okay, sum of total external force acts on the body. We have to find out. Yeah, net force F net equal to how many forces are acting on this body? So n number of forces. We have to represent F1, F2. N number means how many number of forces. Here two forces are acting. So one is gravitational force. Another one force applied by the object. Okay na? So direction, opposite direction. For opposite direction, we have to keep minus symbol. Okay, Fg minus capital F. Net force F net equal to Fg minus capital F. Okay, it is the answer. What is the formula for net force? Net force equal to here sum of all external force or acting on the body. We have to represent F net equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus up to so on Fn. Okay, identify this point. Total net force equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus up to so on plus Fn. This point is very, very important. Now we have to find out that net force on this body. It is one object. It is one object. Just identify here two horizontal applied force. Here F1 is F1. Here two horizontal forces are acting on the body. F1 equal to 30 Newton. F2 equal to 20 Newton. What is the net force? F net equal to how much? F1 plus F2. Your direction is same direction. Your direction is same direction. What is that net force acts on the body? 20 plus 30. 20 plus 30. 20 plus 30 equal to how much? 20 plus 30 equal to 50 Newton. 20 plus 30 equal to 50 Newton. Understood? Next, I can give another example for you. Here, just identify this point. Along horizontal direction, F is equal to 50 Newton. Another force we have to represent F1 equal to 50 Newtons. F2 equal to 30 Newton force. How many forces are acting along horizontal direction? Two forces. One is 50 Newton, another one 20 Newton force. Okay, in opposite direction. In which direction? In opposite direction, we have to consider frictional force. Frictional force equal to 10 Newton. Okay, here frictional force is acting in opposite to these applied forces. Okay, we have to identify total net force is acting on the body. We have to find out total net force F net. Total net force F net equal to F1 plus F2, but frictional force acts in opposite to the applied force. Minus Fr. Minus Fr. Here F1 value how much? 50 plus F2 value 30. F2 value 30 minus Fr value 10. 50 plus 30 80. 80 minus okay 10. That is equal to 70 Newton. That is equal to 70 Newton. Understood? How to find out that net force means we have to follow these steps. Total net force equal to sum of individual force acts on the body. Okay, so just use that formula. F net equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus up to so on plus Fn. So this is the formula for net force. Okay, this formula asked in the last examination unit test. Okay, so define that net force. Define net force. What is net force? N number of external force acts on the body. Then we have to calculate that net force. We can add that all forces. So total net force equal to sum of individual force acts on that body. Okay, here how many forces acts on the body? 3 forces. During calculating that net force, we have to identify that direction. Okay, here these 2 forces are acting in positive direction, positive x-axis direction. Another one negative x-axis direction. Both are acting in opposite direction. Yes or no? So F1 plus F2, F1 plus F2, 50 plus 30. 50 plus 30, 80 Newton. But frictional force acts in opposite to the applied force. Okay, so right here 50 plus 30 minus 10. 80 minus 10, that is equal to 70. Understood? Okay, I can give some examples for you. Okay, you have to do that problems in your homework. Example 1. Newton, 20 Newton force, another force acts 30 Newton. 30 Newton. Okay, find out net force. Find out net force. Okay, only we have to find out net force. Tomorrow we have to discussing about that resultant force. Tomorrow we have to discuss resultant force. Today we have to discuss net force. Net force, find out. Net force equal to question mark. Example 1. Next example 2. Example 2. Here, one force acts in vertically upward direction. F1 equal to 10 Newton. Another force acts in vertically downward direction. F2 equal to, okay, 100 Newton. 100 Newton. Find out net force. F net equal to question mark. F net equal to question mark. Okay, here example 3. Example 3. If a body is at rest on horizontal surface, okay, is at rest on horizontal surface, one force is acting in vertically upward direction. That force normal equal to 100 kilogram weight. 100 kilogram weight. Weight of the body is acting in vertically downward direction. W equal to same 100 kilogram weight. Find out net force. F net equal to question mark. F net equal to question mark. Okay, example 3. Example 4 we have to identify. It is the fourth example. Okay, fourth example here. If body can experience frictional force. Body is moving on horizontal surface. If the body is moving on horizontal surface, it experienced frictional force Fr equal to 10 Newton, but applied force acts on the body capital F equal to 20 Newton. Capital F equal to 20 Newton. Find out net force. F net. F net equal to question mark. Okay, so these 4 examples we have to do in your home and find out that net force. Okay, students. Hello.
Sir.
Students, do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Tell me.
No,
Anyone?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Clear,
No doubt,
sir.
sir.
No
doubts
doubt.
for you. Okay.
Yes,
No
doubt,
sir.
Okay.
No doubt, sir.
So in next class we have to continue our concept. Okay, resultant force to Newton's third law. Okay, na? Okay, students. Okay, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Nice
Bye,
day, sir.
sir.
Okay,
Bye,
bye.
sir.